Hey folks, this is Aaron, and you suck at Roman military equipment, so we're going to try and help you out with that today. First, we're going to look at various weapons. The first one would be the Pugio. It is a dagger, obviously, and these typically were 18 to 28 centimeters long and 5 centimeters wide. These were typically used as a sidearm during battle and whatnot. Next, we can look at the gladius, which was the Roman word for sword, typically, if I can find it. Gladius. These are about 2 feet long, usually, and there were 3 types of them. There was the Mainz gladius, the Fulham gladius, and the Pompeii gladius. And earlier versions of them were gladius hispanius, or Spanish sword. These are very common throughout. Next we have the Spatha, right here. This is just another generic sword, used mainly by the cavalry in the 1st century and towards the 4th century by the infantry, pretty much. Next we got, let's see what we got. We got hasta. That's typically a spear. The Romans had many words for spear, like hasta, and contus, and javelin, and pilum, and pike, and phalanx for one. We have a javelin over here, I think. Javelin, that's what they typically look like. Pilum, another type of spear. This was more of a throwing spear, hanging onto it. Then pike was that's not the right one. Phalanx, that's what they typically look like. Used to spear cavalry and other animals and whatnot. They also used bows, primarily the composite bow. Here we go. Which was made out of several pieces of wood and glued together. You can see here one is unstrung, and then put the string on it, and of course one pulled back. These were could shoot very long distances compared to your normal straight bow. I guess we can look at the different armor now. The Lorica segmenta was the plate armor, if you would. It was made from different iron strip segments and sewn together on leather pieces, like I guess like that, and you can see how it's made. We got another example here. See different segments, whatnot, on the shoulders and throughout the chest. Very protective. I think we got a picture of a dude wearing one. Yeah, very nice, very nice. There is also the chainmail, Calora Hamata, I believe. Where is it? Yep. See, it's just typical chainmail. These links are about 7 millimeters wide, and in diameter actually. And one single piece would have thousands of links in them. Here's another shot. See all the links in there, I guess. And then a close look at the pattern of how many rings are actually within one. Next we have the scale armor, which is called squamata, I believe. And it's made out of individual metal scales. And these scales are about 1.5 inches wide and maybe 2 inches tall. And each of them had to be beveled somewhat. They couldn't be flat. And a single piece of scale mail, they could, of course, have thousands of different scales. The shield was called a scutum. It is made from several pieces of wood, all put together with leather on the front of it. and various designs on leather, however you want it to be. This was very, very common and whatnot. Yeah. The next shield is called the Parma, and it was a round shield. See if we can find it. Yeah, there we go. Not as large as the Scudam shield was about. Scudam shield was about like 4 feet tall or whatever, and this one was maybe 2 feet in diameter, if that. Okay. Next we have helmets. They were called the Gala, I believe. There are 2 types of these. This is what the infantry would normally wear. You see the horseman or whatever you call that you see in a lot of movies or whatever. I don't know. Next would be the officer. See, they'll have their plume would be a little different, sideways or whatever. And of course, the helmet would look different as well for the design. They also used different siege engines, such as like catapults. See, we got a catapult there. These were propelled by, of course, limbs, much like a bow would be, but a huge, bigger version of it. And of course, they threw rocks and whatnot. Ballistas. Ballista is like a huge crossbow, very similar, and it would throw javelins and maybe rocks. Of course, that's powered by a crank. You see, you can wind that up and stuff. That's it. What we got? The darts. Yeah, they use darts a lot. The infantry did. These are like 4 or 5 inches long, and had a lead tip on them, and typically feathers on the end. So, very interesting to use. What else we got? Tribulus. That is like a jack you see if you would play jacks as a kid. You would lay these on the ground in front of like cavalry and stuff, and when they run over it, they get hurt, and very, very effective. Yeah. We got another soldier here with a scunum and a pilum right there. And this, of course, would be an officer, because you can tell by the different helmet, even though he doesn't have the... Yeah, let's draw that in for him. Full plume. Alright. See how tall the shield is compared to him? It's about his size, actually. What haven't we looked at? I believe that is all of them. Gladius, we looked at that before. Yeah, okay. So I believe that is all I have for now, and hopefully you enjoy this very painful video. Alright.
Okay, listen up! Someone leave their lunch at the last rest stop? There's a sandwich and... Oh, we got a Pepsi. Still cold. Name on the back says Spartacus. Is there a Spartacus here to claim this?
I'm Spartacus! I'm Spartacus! I'm Spartacus! I'm Spartacus! I'm Spartacus! I'm Spartacus!
I'm Spartacus. I'm Spartacus.